Hello and welcome back to our channel. We are Esther and Tom and we're currently traveling from the northern region in Vietnam to the southern region in Vietnam. And now we've finally arrived in Nihn Binh.
Ich bin wieder back. Wir sind jetzt in Nihn Binh und ich mache eine kleine Roadtour, weil ich mag das richtig gerne. Das ist so pretty. Also einmal haben wir hier unsere Terrasse. Richtig süß. Garten und so. Also wirklich alles super pretty, wenn ihr das Schritt. Und dann kommt man halt hier rein. Man kriegt immer Latschen, weil man muss immer Schuhe switchen. Und dann haben wir hier das Bett. Und haben eine Klimaanlage, aber auch mit einem Ventilator. Und hier dürfen Bilder nicht fehlen. Und ja, es ist wirklich super spacious mit einem kleinen Cruise-Rank. Und das ist hier dann das Bad. Das ist echt groß, das Bad. Und laut. Aber ja, it's cutesy. Und hier sind wir aber für 2 Tage, deswegen ist es ein bisschen schade. Oh mein Gott, der Dusch geht. In der letzten Unterkunft gab es aber nur Seife, das war richtig kacke. Ja, auf jeden Fall was zu machen, damit keine Mücken reinkommen. Ja.
And we went and got some breakfast since we were starving, and then we were ready to start the day with energized. Really great about our apartment is that we also got bikes that we can use for free, which is also something we hadn't had the opportunity yet to do. And we really love this outside area where you can also sit down and hang out. And these are the bikes that we got, and I think they really work well better than they looked. They were actually kind of fast. And I also bought this new great fan. Like, look at this is a work of art. Like, the naked man in here is just so funny, and it's going to be great for my bedroom, so I got it. And it also makes a lot of wind. And this is my cute outfit for the day, since I always have to slay and match my makeup. And then we're ready to hit the road. We got a little map from our host, and we were just going to go and visit all of the spots that she recommended, since they all sound really good. And then we went on our way, which was amazing because you had so many little fun surprises on the way. And I was just always obsessed, or I'm always obsessed with animals. I love animals, and animals love me. So I was just hanging out with these little cows, or I don't know if they were women or dudes. I think they were dudes because they had balls. And I was just hanging out with them for a little bit because they were just so funny, just chilling next to the street where we were passing. And after we said hello, we went on with our little journey to the first stop, and which was a temple, or you can also say it was a cave. Really gorgeous, really beautiful. And yeah, look at this. The scenery is always going to give you everything you need to be happy. And I enjoyed myself so much on the road, just riding a bike. I actually was also so happy that we could finally ride a bike, since I haven't been just walking everywhere. Well, we just were walking. So this temple was really nice. I liked it. We just pay a little entrance fee, and then you can just go and walk through the temple and look at it. It's kind of inside of this mountain, or a little block of like stone, which made it very interesting. And if you also went inside, there were even like, again, a big horde of bats just chilling there. I didn't really film it since it was really hard to see because it was dark. And then this was actually the top, so it's worth it to check it out. And I just enjoyed like the spiritual vibe that was like happening. You were just feeling like you're kind of an avatar or something. That's what's some. Yeah, I would describe the feeling like that. And then it was time for us to continue our road trip. Yeah, you could call it a road trip. Because it was a road trip. Look at me cruising on down the street. The next destination was a bird park that we also saw on the map, and I was really mad, so Torben had to buy me something to calm me down. I was a little bit dehydrated, so I was a little bit grumpy, but after the drink I felt a little better, rehydrated, and then I was ready for the next adventure, which was this underground cave. I think it was like 3 kilometers or something long, very long cave, very cool. And I'm also amazed how the people are using their feet to move the boat forward. I've never seen anything like it, but it's very entertaining, and they were all very nice. I even let the sound to be like inside, so you can just hear the atmosphere in this cave since people are coming and going, and I don't know, it was kind of fun, and I also enjoyed the ride. It's totally worth it. You should totally do it. It's part of the park. And then we actually went also into the real park, which is a bird park. You will see why it's called Bird Park very soon. And Torben is always my tour guide. I don't need a tour guide because I have Torben. Torben is always the person who knows where we're going, what to do when we're lost. And I'm just tagging along. And now you see why it's called Bird Park. Then we went on another boat and did another little tour. And that was also so amazing because I saw a colibri. Do you know how hard those has to spot? I think it's the smartest bird in the world. And I saw one with just my physical eye because I looked into that direction at the right moment. If I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have seen it. And it was so cute and so gorgeous. I will treasure this memory forever. See how they're just all hanging out. I mean, that's so beautiful. That's why I love like nature parks like this, because you can so see the animals, how they live in their real environment and how happy they look and how much they're just chilling their balls. That's why people don't support zoos or any kind of establishment where animals are held in captivity, because isn't it much better to see them in their real like ecosystem where they come from, and then you can also view them, and then they're still happy after you leave, and that's more precious than looking at them being caged up just for our own entertainment. And I believe that this tour was also so worth it, and it was also such a cute like establishment in general. Like the gardening skills in this park were insane actually. The people, what they built up here, this is not even half of it that I'm showing on the camera, because you have to go and look at it for yourself. Be aware that you wear maybe like longer pants, because I was wearing a very short skirt as you saw earlier, and that was a mistake because the mosquitoes were feasting on me, which was making my mood even worse than I was before. But like I said, he calmed me down with that drink. The drink saved his day, because I get moody when some things are not adding up the way I wanted to add up, and I wanted to look cute on that day, so that was important to me. And in the evening it was time to get some food, because bitch, I was hungry. The day was long, and then we got some fries and that's just soul food for me, fries, chicken and some gyoza. And then we also went to this very great spa. You have to go and visit the spa if you have the chance to visit Nihn Binh. I was so relaxed afterwards. I was feeling like butter, ready to just hit the bed and have a big great sleep for the night, but we weren't ready yet. We were like, no, we have to still explore.
Wir sind von 55 Cent auf 26 Cent gegangen. Also wir sitzen jetzt literally bei einem Restaurant, wo es einfach Bier für 7.000 gibt, was umgerechnet 26 Cent sind. Das ist die Größe. Wir gucken, wie viele du haben schafft, bis er drunk ist. Ich bin mal mit meinem zweiten Bier. Wir haben vorhin eins geteilt. So, mal gucken, wie viele wir schaffen, bis wir es merken.
After starting the day with a delicious breakfast in our homestay, we were ready to hit the day, and today we planned on hiking on this mountain. You can call it Dragon Mountain, or it's also called Muak Mountain, since there's also a small cave you can visit. And then we also rented a scooter for the day, since we were also planning on going somewhere else afterwards. And I wore my hiking shoes, since this is something you have to wear hiking shoes for. My hiking shoes unfortunately feel smaller now, since we had been confronted with a lot of rain in between, and I don't know, maybe they shrunk, but I guess we have to manage somehow. And you have to always pay little entrance fees to such things. It's normal. You have to normally just have a little bit extra cash on you, so you are not surprised. And then we were ready to hit the hike. I don't remember how many stairs there were exactly, but there were a lot of them. I would also say there were at least like 600 or something like that. It took as long as the hike we did in Sapa, I would say, from the feeling. So maybe it's gonna be around that amount. Maybe it could also be less. I'm just saying how I think it was, because I'm too lazy to research right now. So I'm just gonna be fucking honest. And then, we were entering the compound. I think the compound was actually cute. And oh my god, I was just looking up. I was just already calculating the way I'm gonna suffer. Because I don't like suffering. I just want to lay back, relax, have another massage. But Torben is always the one who wants to do all of the hiking, go to the national parks, do the exhausting part of the trip. And sometimes if you're more like in a holiday mood like I am, you're not 100% feeling it. But I was feeling it as I saw the mushrooms. The mushrooms made me feel better. But that's what they thought about this. This is a plan. They set this up to capture me. I mean, look at that mushroom there. It's totally representing the way I was feeling in that moment. Look at me. We're friends. Besties.
Dass hier realistischer Content ist, weil ich euch alle paar Meter zeigen, wie mein Schweißlevel sich verdoppelt. Wird nicht lecker sein, aber wir sind realistisch. Das bin ich nach, keine Ahnung, vielleicht 50 Stufen ungefähr. Ja. Also die Breite der Stufen, das finde ich gut. Aber das Schlimme, was ich einfach nicht mag, ist, wenn man nach oben guckt, sieht man einfach diese endlose Reihung an Treppenstufen und denkt sich direkt, shoot me in the head. Die geben also gefühlt immer so 100 am Stück. Das heißt, wir wissen, okay, wir müssen das noch 4-5 Mal machen und es brennt. Meine Beine brennen. Und ja, fuck my life, Alter. Weißt du, wo ich mal so atmen. Ich bin Asthmatiker, so, bitch, that's the way I breathe, leave me alone. Aber das Ziel ist da oben. Wenigstens sieht man es schon mal. Okay, Schweißlevel. Und wir sind jetzt so bei einem Drittel, würde ich behaupten. Diese ganzen Fenster uns natürlich immer so vorfaken, als würden sie keine einzige Schweißträne vergießen. Das sind die größten Heuchler, größten Lügner. Aber wisst ihr wieso? Die sich immer so gut aussehen? Weil sie das wegbearbeiten oder sie tragen ihre Make-up-Koffer hoch. Mhm. Ja, that's my mood right now. Ich habe keinen Bock mehr. Das muss die Mutter ja noch tragen. Oh, Hilfe. Deswegen dunkle Kids. So. Hier sind wir jetzt bei einem Drittel. Und jetzt gehen wir weiter. Schauen wir, Hemd schon offen, weil das war die Situation. Die Treppen haben sich verschlimmert. Die sind steiler geworden. Gerade hat es noch so ein bisschen mehr, so viel vom so aufzutreten und jetzt wird es schmaler. Look at that shit. I mean, what the fuck? Also Leute, es ist so wichtig, dass es jetzt einen Pace macht, weil Torben ist so, guck mal, wo der schon ist, der Bastard. Und ich bin halt noch hier unten. Aber wenn ich versuchen würde, bei ihm mitzuhalten, würde ich sterben. Ich würde den Berg runterrollen. Aber es ist so impressive, was das alte Menschen auch machen, ne? Leute, peinlich, ey. Und ich hechle mir hier so ein ab wie eine Missgeburt. Ich musste den Schweiß wegwischen, weil hinter ist mir so schwitzt, dass es noch Augen läuft. Und hier sieht man, ich bin triefend nass. Triefend. Nicht nur so ein bisschen. So, das fühlt sich an, habe ich mein T-Shirt in Wasser fallen lassen. So nass ist das. Okay, warte mal. Aber der View ist sexy. Da wird Torben später auch noch ran, aber da kann er alleine hochgehen. Ich meinte, ich warte dann hier irgendwie. Ich bin echt lebensmüde. Aber wir sind fast da. Ich glaube jetzt noch so 100, 150, 200 mindestens. Alter. Ich hab's extra nicht weggewischt, damit ihr seht. Wir sind oben. I did that.
After all of the complaining and the whining and the bitching and the moaning, I always say it was worth it. And that's the most important part. You can do whatever you need to do to get to the top, and at least you made it to the top. That's how it is. Well, and suddenly I discovered that the weather was kind of feeling a little bit weird, a little bit rainy, a little bit dramatic. I was just having this feeling in my gut that maybe we should get down, because it was just feeling a little bit off, you know. You can already see the clouds. We're like, yeah, bitch, rain is going to pour on you very fast, very soon. And yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm in a skilled weather bee. I don't know, have a feeling in my gut for this, but yeah, I was kind of right about the rain. So we kind of had rain after that very soon, and also very much. So I don't really feel comfortable with being on a mountain when it's like storming, but there wasn't like lightning or anything, but it was like thundering, and that made me feel a bit uncomfortable. Even though I'm very relaxed in this clip, I was not, but I'm acting like it. Let's do that. And then it was just getting worse and worse, and then we had to step down while it was raining. But hey, I love how prepared we always are. We always have at least like one raincoat with us, and you are wearing short clothes anyways all the time, so it doesn't really matter. You don't really get wet, and it's still warm. I mean, the weather is still great, only it's raining. That's the sucky part. But my socks went wet, which is annoying because I hate wet socks, but I was prepared. I also had my slippers waiting for me in the moped. But I was really surprised how much it could rain. Like, wow, it was really pouring down. And guess who planned a boat tour after this? We did! But we had luck, the weather cleared up a little bit, and then we could make our way to the Trang An Bootstour, which is really nice. It's actually called the Trang An River, I think, and you can book one from three or both routes. We chose route number 3 because our host said that this was the best route for us, and we believed her, so we were like, good, let's take that route, because it's a mixture of different things you can see on the tour. There are caves, there are temples, and there also are like, I don't know, little different nature views you're gonna get. So you have to see what you want to see the most, and then you can just choose what you would prefer. But we want to see like a little bit of everything. So this was like the first stop on the boat tour. You can also look at the temples and take your pictures. They always give you lots of time to look at everything, and then you can get on your boat and then you continue the tour. And it's crazy, it's really insane how those people are just doing this job. Imagine you have to row on a boat every day, I don't know, in your 60s, 70s or something, and you do this on a daily basis. And this tour, I think it was at least 2 hours long, or 3 hours maybe, and she was just pulling through. She was really like, that was crazy how much like endurance she was having. I'm really impressed. Vietnamese people don't play, that's for sure. And I was really like flabbergasted of the nature spots. I don't want to show too much, as I always say, you have to experience it for yourself, but the caves are not going to disappoint you. They're different ones with different designs and ideas behind them, a different lighting, and it's really nice how much they put into this, so you could have the most best experience in seeing everything. Because you have to imagine, normally those places would be dark because no natural light is in there, but they put up the lights for you so you can see all of that, and that's really nice and really thoughtful. And I really enjoyed also the temples. I really think they were also very nice how they were like included in all of the sceneries. And Thomas' shoes were so wet that they were kind of like starting to build foam. That was kind of funny because it looked a little bit like jizz. Mother Nature was not giving it to us that day. So we still had our fun though, because they had umbrellas on the boat and they were still pulling through, even though the weather wasn't like this, like perfect, you would want to have it. But I think it had something. It added even more vibes to the nature that we were passing through, because it was all kind of giving any like a mystical, fairy, moist energy anyway. So it was kind of fitting. I think it fits very well. And I mean, the sky is a little bit foggy, but it cleared up at the end and it was also very beautiful. So we had like two different experiences due to the weather. So you have to always try to make the best out of your bad situation. And then it was time for us to head back to Nihn Binh, since we were 30 minutes or 20 minutes away. And then we had the best duck of our lives. Like, I couldn't even like perfectly articulate how good this duck was, but I would say it was juicy, it was moist, it was perfectly seasoned, the crust was perfectly crusted, and you didn't even need sauce. You could just eat the meat and you would be satisfied. And that's how we're gonna end this video. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to end the video here because we're gonna leave for the next stop in the next video. And please don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and be back for the next video.